So now that I'm animating, I don't want to select this model anymore, so I'll go back to my channel box and I'll turn on R mode again. So if I click this third box twice, it'll go to T and then R, and we want it on R mode, which is reference mode, and this prevents us from accidentally selecting the model. What we do want to select are these joints that are inside the model, but we can't see them very well. So we'll hit this button right here, which turns on X-ray for joints, and now we can see our joints through our model. So now we can select just the joints. And this is what we want to be rotating using E, our rotate tool. And you can see we have a lot of control over each of the individual arms. So I want to keyframe this in this position because I like it here. And I'll go back and forth by hitting spacebar, and I'm actually going to drag this down because I only need these two views. I can hit the resolution gate in my camera viewport to kind of crop it down and outline the exact framing of our shot here. So now I'll spend some time animating this robot, and again, you can just hit S to set a key on any of these. So we'll animate this. We'll start at frame 1, and we'll just rotate our main joint to be in its starting position. I want to start it back there. And I'll just keep animating this, rotating the joints. And you can hit plus and minus on the keyboard to change the size of your gizmo if it's in the way. You can also adjust multiple arms at the same time. So if I shift click on these outer arms here, since they're all modeled the same, or they're all rigged the same, I can rotate one of these and they'll all come in together. So I want to bring all these in. And it looks like there's some clipping happening here, so I'm just going to rotate from this joint. Let's have it start right there. And I kind of like that this spins. That's part of the video, is that this spins around his head. So we'll keyframe more of that later. So now you'll see if I slide from frame 1 to frame 50, the arm opens up. And we're only seeing this in the view that we're currently active in. So if I just click inside of this viewport here, the camera view, now when I drag my time slider, it'll update that render view instead. And so from this camera view, it's hitting his head. So actually this keyframe 50 needs to be higher. So I'll adjust that just by raising this joint up higher. And maybe this one as well. A little more straight up. But I also need that point to be above his head. So right there is a good balance. And then I'll rotate the claw down just above his head until it's just above his head. So I'll click in this viewport and I'll scrub through the timeline. Yeah, that's cool.